The big game in the CFL this week is Winnipeg Blue Bombers taking the trip to the Rogers Centre in Toronto to take on the Argonauts. This matchup this week proves to be interesting with a couple of roster changes that have occurred over the past few days. The first one in Winnipeg involves former Argo quarterback Michael Bishop now being signed by the Bombers. Whether or not he'll actually be ready to play against the Boatmen on Saturday, it remains to be seen. Bishop is still peeved at the Double Blue because of the quarterback controversy created last season between himself and current Argo pivot Kerry Joseph. Because of Joseph's MVP credentials in 2007, Bishop was found to be expendable and was cut loose, signing with Saskatchewan as a free agent last year, and now this year signing with the Bombers. On the Argos side of the ball, they recently released problematic wide receiver Arland Bruce III. Now, this stems back from the whole Michael Jackson tribute incident during the season opener against Hamilton at Ivor Wynne. Coach Bart Andrus was not pleased with Bruce's antics and has been resulting in some simmering feelings between Andrus and Bruce over the past few weeks, resulting in Bruce being told to stay home in their game against the Bombers last week in Winnipeg, and this week has been cut outright in a trade with the Hamilton Tiger Cats for the negotiation rights to Corey Mace, a 2010 draft pick, and a conditional pick in 2011. While the omission of Bruce from the Argos roster will prove to be damaging in the wide receiver and slot back core for the Boatmen, Double Blue have really shored up their game in the result of Jamal Richardson at running back, and they still have some quality receivers. However, Bishop will be hungry this week and is extracting revenge against the Boatmen. And will the Argos put past all this drama and gain another win over the hapless Bombers this week? Or will the Blue and Gold win out in Toronto after losing to the Argos last week 19-5 at Canada Stadium? Regardless of what happens, this should be an interesting game on Saturday. Personally, I'm picking the Bombers to win, but anything can happen in the CFL, so stay tuned TSN this Saturday. I'm Dief, man, and that's my view from the outside.